said, who's not going to make it in film? And everybody would have said, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because my college experience was more of the traditional college experience. Like I was a bartender for most of the time through. I attended class often, enough to graduate. You know what I mean? And my experience was always relationship based. I was in a fraternity that I didn't even go to the school for.
So these people that were saying that about you were dumb, is what you're saying. Like they had no idea that the relationships was the most important part.
I wouldn't say dumb, but their focus was on the education
Right.
and thinking that would be the thing that propelled them to the success they were looking for. Whereas not denying that is absolutely a value to possess and a skill needed, but relationships is where I've always lived.
Yeah.
And so not to say that I'm more successful than anybody else, but I'm the only one on camera today.
3 cameras.
3 of them, that's right. Oh, there's 4. I got the blink firing up there. Don't steal my shit.
All right.
But it's just funny because much the same. That is the advice I give. It's like, you can want and do anything, but it's any business. It's who you know.
Yeah.
It's
100%.
who you know. Yeah.
A friend of mine told me once, and it was one of those like, oh, I can't believe I never thought of that before. But he told me, like for acting, who's like, doesn't matter how good you are. And this is from a very, very, very good actor. One of the best actors I've ever met, Brett Gentile, if he's watching.
Shout out to Brett. We love your work.
I mean, he was in Captain America: Civil War and Walking Dead, and he's done some big stuff, and it's because he's stupid good. Back when I was acting, and I would go to auditions, and it was always me and this guy J.R. Adducci and Robert Crozier. We were like,
Those are some names.
yeah. Well, oh really? Yeah.
J.R. Adducci and Robert Crozier.
J.R. is here in Atlanta actually, and
We'll have him on the show next.
But we were kind of the 3 that we were always at the callbacks, because like when you were looking for like that like early 20s younger guy, we were the 3 that were good actors, and so we'd go to the audition and everybody was at the auditions. Then we'd get to the callbacks and it would be me, J.R. Adduci, Robert Crozier, and we'd be like, hey guys, how's it going? We're all here. Here we are. Yeah. One of us will get this. And then in walks Brett, who's like 15 years older than us, totally like different type, like, and we're like, well, we're here because the role is for like a 20-something, and he just rolls up, looks completely wrong, is completely wrong, and gets it over us because he was just that good that people were like, nope, change the role. He's amazing.
Okay.
So he's an incredible actor, and he was like, no. Most important thing is who you know. Second most important thing, and it's not close, it is a distant second, is how good you look. And third most important thing, and again, it's not close, is how good you are. It's in that order.
Wow.
Who you know, how you look. Now, this is for actors. Right. How you look doesn't matter as much when you're talking about crew positions, but I mean, I guess it depends.
Depends who you talk to.
Yeah. For anything in the film industry, who you know is the most important thing. And so making those connections. I was part of a writing group in LA, and a big focus of the group was every meeting. We'd have meetings every other week or every other month or every other something. I want to say we met once a month. But every time we met, we had to report some big person in the industry that we'd had a meeting with. Like we had, like, it was like serious. And so at first you're like, oh yeah, I talked to my buddy such and such, and he's relatively relevant because of blah. But then you run out of people and you're like, crap. And that was the whole goal, is to get people like cold calling, cold emailing, like reaching out and setting up a coffee meeting with some important person that could help further your career, and getting us in the habit of doing that. And honestly, it drove me crazy at the time, because it was like, oh man, I got to figure out who I'm meeting with. But like it was good. Yeah. And those meetings are a lot easier to set up than you realize. Like, you can just like reach out to somebody and be like, hey, can I do a Zoom meeting with you and pick your brain? And most people will be like, yeah, sure, buy me coffee or buy me lunch, and I'll tell you whatever you want to know. It's funny because now that I'm running a major vertical company and all these people want to get into verticals, I'm on the other side of that, and people will just be like, hey, can I meet with you and ask you some questions? And I'll be like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, oh, it is that like, it seemed so hard when I was like, oh, they don't want to talk to me. But like most people don't mind, and people like giving advice and feeling like they're imparting wisdom. And so don't try to call Steven Spielberg. He probably won't answer. But like, if you call somebody that's a few rungs down from Steven Spielberg, they might answer, and they might give you some advice. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You don't need to create your own podcast just so you can have good conversations.
That's true. But yeah, honestly, if I'm giving somebody advice on breaking into the industry, it's focus on making connections. Like,
absolutely,
cold call, cold email, show up at places, offer to buy people coffee, offer to buy people lunch, and just ask to pick their brain, and most people will help you out.